First day of this rain.
Yeah, that's right. Because the Bahrain and then the Barcelona, it's preseason testing. It's happening. We have a lot of news that have come out of that. Michael Bay is upset at Cadillac. We have a Pokemon story. We, of course, have our reactions to the McLaren, the Cadillac, and the Aston. And Lewis has a whole segment about Adrian Newey right before we finish up with our head-to-head preview with VCarb and Williams. But before all of that, that we have a lot to dig into. Lewis, how was your week?
Pretty. Oh wait, they can. Sorry, Moose was on the chat saying he couldn't hear us. I just want good. I think we're good now. Anyways, my week has been good. I quit my job, so because I start my new job on Monday. Took a little vacation, so
congrats on quitting the job.
Thank you. It's been nice. It's nice just to have a little bit of a vacation break.
I love that for you.
Thank you. How about you? How was your chess?
Chess is going pretty well. I had a pretty good stride last week. I made it, and then between last week and this week, last Thursday, I made it up to 574. And I've evened out a little bit. And after today, I'm sitting at, in Rapid, the format I play, just the 1510, I'm sitting at 556. So not great, not terrible. You know, it's still 556, which is incredible. I think I have been doing a very good job of not falling for some traps. There's still some things that get me once in a while, but overall, I think I'm doing pretty well. Random thing that happened this last week, I downloaded Minecraft for my computer, finally. I've played Minecraft on the Xbox since it came out on the 360 as a teenager. Never had the need to play it on the computer. But all of my friends play on the Java edition of Minecraft. And I've always kind of wanted to try it out. And dude, I don't know what it is about that version of Minecraft because fundamentally I'm playing vanilla. I'm not even doing mods on my world that I created the other day. But it just feels different. And it's kind of reignited my love for Minecraft. And yeah, it never really left because, you know, once a year I get my Minecraft kick. But there's something about just playing it on the computer. Like I've even been doing mouse and keyboard with it, which is strange for me because I always like to use a controller. But Minecraft has been really fun. I've college baseball starts on Friday. It's my second favorite sport other than Formula One. Stoked for that. I have a whole watch list. Did you know that the first college baseball game on Friday is at 8:30 a.m. Central, Lewis? They're playing a series in a tournament in Puerto Rico. Really stoked for that. I've been playing the show because of baseball. I dug up a copy of NCAA MVP Baseball 2007 NCAA. I've been playing as the UNI Panthers. I've been really baseball focused over the last couple weeks or so, just because we're getting closer.
Yeah, I keep it on the baseball trend. I saw this year, July 4th, all 30 teams. Kind of look forward to that.
Oh, God, injected into my veins.
Formula
4th, One in baseball. That's all I need. It's great, sports wise. That's all I need.
Yeah, kind of weird transition. Cadillac does a
Haas hasn't, but Haas sucks.
Yeah, that's their child.
It's so the 4th of July this year's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something.
Yeah, because like, I think it was
maybe not the first year it being something incredible or insane, but I could see it being something. That, or do you think they'll hold off any ideas they would have? They would almost have to. It's 250. Cadillac being the first true American F1 team and then having the opportunity to do something on the 4th of July, on the 250th anniversary of the you know what? Yeah, I do think they're gonna do something on the 5th, or is there even a race that weekend? I guess I should check that too.
Yeah, like I think it was just before July 4th, and yeah, they just don't run anything, and I don't get it. I don't know why. Like you have the opportunity to.
Sucks. It's because
Yeah,
they
they.
suck.
I joke. I told my wife that we have that joke about how they are the American stepchild for Formula One. It's just there's nothing. They haven't embraced the American spirit yet. Besides that weird, like red, white, and
Lewis,
blue. What?
you know where they're racing on July 5th?
Where?
Lewis, that's Silverstone.
Ooh. Oh, why?
Could
They
you
have to.
imagine Cadillac rolling into Silverstone on the 250th anniversary of
Of
the
when we took.
USA
Yes.
in an American themed livery?
Please inject that into my veins.
Oh my god, that's incredible. They have
Uh,
to do it now. They have to.
yes. It's yeah. They okay. If they don't, I don't know. I'm gonna be a little upset with them.
I'll
Ground
be a
them.
little upset too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into the thing. We could talk about this and speculate all day. Um we a lot of news has come out from preseason testing today. Lewis, if I forget anything, please jump in and fill in any gaps that I miss because
Okay.
I get kept like I was at work today when a bunch of this news was coming down, so I feel like it was just dun 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 dun, dun and I was only seeing bits and pieces of things. The thing I'm going to start off with is uh let's see. Oh yeah, Max Verstappen. So this was
Wing opening, not DRS.
not the DRS, not DRS, but
Yeah, the
kind of
DRS, not
DRS,
DRS.
sort of DRS.
The DRS formerly known as DRS.
Indeed. Uh, anything else?
No, that was pretty much it. I did. Oh, one quick. I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know what turn it is. You know, after the sharp left-hander downhill, like everyone's locking up on that corner. Then you got another DRS zone. It's about midway through the track. You go straight. You go up this hill to the left, whatever.
Mhm.
They were talking on the broadcast. They called it the esports line. Kimmy was taking the esports line by taking it wide on entry. There's just a corner that he just does randomly and takes it wide, and I thought it was very interesting that sports line has now made it into Formula One.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I feel like remember in Suzuka when Duhan had that was still Duhan, right? He had that gnarly crash where he closed his DRS. He basically let his DRS go a bit longer.
Yeah,
I think that was also an esports thing because he'd said that I think he said he tested that out.
huh?
I don't
It's
know.
just,
I
it's
might be
just,
misremembering that.
yeah, it's just weird that like the whole come from a guy who does sim racing. There's always the esports line at Daytona. You take it
Mhm.
wide, and Le Mans. It's this weird. You literally ride on the curbs the whole time. It's weird, but like I would. It's weird to come to a day where we see it happen in person. Like esports is translating into the one instead of vice versa. You
I
don't see
mean,
like
we had to get there at some point. The longer we go with younger drivers coming in who grew up doing this esports before Formula One, like it was bound to happen eventually.
I know it's cool that I live in this era. I like it.
It's a fun era to live in. All
Yes.
right, I guess we can move on to the news now. That's all we've got from day one of preseason testing. The very first thing I wanted to talk about, if you have an F1 TV account and you have an Apple account, go to f1tv.com right now. You can link your Apple account. It is super simple. You have to just log into F1 TV if you're not already. Then you click connect, then you log into your Apple account, and then done. And you know that I've been nervous about this whole thing.
Yes.
I wasn't sure how they're going to implement it, if it was just going to be live only, what features we were going to get. I got the email after I'd linked my account, and it is just straight up F1 TV Premium, and it's just using Apple as a portal, more or less.
Hmm.
And it's actually better than what I had because I was doing the $80 annual plan, which was just kind of the low tier, but I still got to watch every race and
Yeah.
everything. But you get everything in 4K Ultra HD. You get multi view from 24 different feeds. You get the 4 live feeds on Multiview. You can watch on up to 6 devices simultaneously, which I know you like because you like to have the race open and then have telemetry and stuff on your laptop at the same
Yes.
time. It's incredible. They have all of the pre and post weekend shows, which I do like to watch. I like watching the talk shows that they have on F1 TV. They have replays of every session on demand and on the go, all ad free, which is exactly what I like. Because I can't always listen, as much as I love watching live, I don't think I've ever watched Suzuka live because it's what, 2 a.m. here by the time it starts,
Yes.
midnight, 2 a.m. I can't do that. I try, but it's easier just to wake up at 6 and then avoid the internet and then watch it. So
Yes.
I'm glad that that's still there. Unedited radio from all the teams, which is incredible. Tire usage data, you still get the driver maps and everything. F2, F3, F1 Academy, Porsche Super Cup. It's just everything that was included in F1 TV. But what I'm most excited about is they still have the archive in there, which is my primary concern because I love going back and watching the earliest full races that they have are from the 1981 season, and they don't have every race of the 81 season, but they do have full races from full broadcasts. And it's really cool to hear James Hunt talk about the racing after he had retired and gone into the booth and just talk about Kelly Piquet and all of these other drivers watching history unfold for yourself as it had happened. Also, if you've never watched any of the 81 season, Formula 1 in 1981 was completely different. There's things that happened in that season that have reverberated to the like that's why we have rules now. I think it
Hmm.
was it Belgium 81 where that pit crew member had gotten hurt and run over. And after that, that's when they implemented no crew members can be on there prior to before lights out.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating, and the way they used to handle if your car died, your car just stayed there. It didn't matter if it was that close to the track or not, it was just there.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to watch the sport evolve kind of back at the beginning, and they have incredible documentaries as well, not just like, they have documentaries summarizing, like, all the '70s seasons. Because I started with the 1970, they just do, like, a it's an hour and a half of just boom, 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 here's what happened. But they have I think they have a documentary about the Max and Lewis battle from 2021. They have a bunch of really cool stuff, and I'm just glad that that's fully transferring over and in 4K. It's just it makes me so happy, and all of my fears for this are immediately vanished. They're just gone. I'm fine with this. If this is
Yeah.
how it's gonna be, I'm fine with it because it's basically like nothing changed for me other than I got an upgrade.
Yeah. So you
And it'll
all.
be easier for me to watch because the F1 TV app wasn't on Samsung TV, which is I have Samsung TVs. I have a Roku laying around, so if I wanted to watch it in my living room, I would have to hook up the Roku.
Yeah.
And now I just Apple TV has an app everywhere. So if anything, this is just way better for me. I'm fine with all of this.
So I tried to do it. I couldn't really. I don't know. I don't have an Apple account, so I just never. It just. I didn't want to go through the whole steps of creating it. I just logged into F1 TV today and it worked. So I
Mhm.
don't know how long that will work for me. I'm still holding off to the inevitable. Inevitable. I'm still gonna be the grandfather using this. You're not gonna take me from my home. But I mean, I'm okay with everything that they're giving out. So is the price the same, or is it less, more?
I think it depends. Some people are getting like Apple Music. If you're in the Apple ecosystem, I think it's a little cheaper just because that's how Apple be. But I think Apple TV itself is like 12.99 a month or something like that. It's not crazy. I think it is more if you break it down on an annual basis. I think it does come out to a little more than what F1 TV was,
Okay.
but I don't think it comes out to that much more. Plus, you get all the content of Apple, which
So you have.
genuinely Apple TV has a lot of great shows.
Yeah, no, I really wanted to get into that. Oh, the American soccer coach. Get the name.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that show.
yeah, that show. Yep, that show. But yeah, I really want to get in that. I just never got into
Yeah.
it or had a
Severance is
chance
really
to.
good. For All Mankind is one of my favorite shows of all time. It is Apple TV genuinely has value. Plus, if you're into soccer, they have MLS. They are the home of MLS, which is what I was nervous about going in because they didn't really treat that super well.
Yeah,
But
didn't they put that behind another paywall? Like, where the hell were
no, it's not
they
behind another paywall. It's just,
at the beginning? Was it? I think it was at the beginning or something. Everyone was not happy.
I mean, it's the fact that it's behind a paywall of Apple TV that is, I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it. I don't see any problems with any of this. I'll still be able to enjoy Formula One the exact same way I did before, except it'll be a little easier.
So does this make you want to get an iPhone
No,
now? Hey, that was worth a shot.
never.
Tim Apple was really trying.
Another big piece of news that came out today. Well, not today. It came out earlier this week. Remember like 6 days ago when Kimi Antonelli was gifted that brand new Mercedes AMG?
Yeah.
Well, he crashed it 6 days after he was gifted that. He's fine. But and I've heard varying rumors. Heard that he was going 180 in a 70, that's kilometers, which still seems fast. Um, I don't think he's technically supposed to have that powerful of a car based off of the Italian driver's license laws, but I'm not actually positive on how that works. It's an interesting tier system. He's fine. The car's not. The car is totaled.
Yeah, and it's only like one of 700 or something like that. It was a very
Yeah,
rare number.
I'm. Yeah, you have that. It is really hard to look at, and I'm just watching the video that was posted. It's just, ugh.
It does look like though it was wet out just with this picture I have,
Mhm.
but
He was
I'm
also the only one involved in the accident. He held up traffic, but he was the only car that was involved.
yeah. Could you imagine being the person right behind you, like, oh no, hey, that car wrecked. Hey, it's Kimi Antonelli. Like
Ugh.
just the juxtaposition of just like, oh my god, is he okay? Wait, you should be good at driving.
Mhm.
Out of all
Uh,
people,
Something that came out today, found this from a few places via BBC. Jerry Bruckheimer has confirmed that there's sequel to the F1 movies in the works. Now, everybody's making the F2 jokes, but I do wonder what an F1 sequel would be. There's no shot Brad Pitt's coming back. If he does come back, it's in like an ownership kind of role, I guess. But it feels very wide open. Like it could be anything as far as
yeah.
like the story and everything. I'm excited for it. I like the F1 movie a lot.
You see, I think we're on different sides of that. I was not a huge fan of it. It was
Yeah.
very. I felt very Disney. It was just like, hey, like I'm not trying to spoil anything. I just felt like it was very. Uh, I could tell what was going to happen. Type.
Well, yeah, it's very predictable, but
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
and I'm not saying you're doing this. This is just a general gripe that I have with a lot of
You're good.
people. There are people who think that just because something's predictable, it means that it's bad. But I've never subscribed to that because if something is entertaining you and it's entertaining, who
Yeah.
cares? I don't care if I can predict what's going to happen. I don't always need a twist or a crazy twist in a movie. It's like this weird twist culture we live in. I blame M. Night Shyamalan. Sometimes you just want to sit down and watch a movie that you know what to expect out of, and it's just fun to watch.
Yes, I agree with that. It's just I don't know. I think for me, if I could, I don't know. Like for the way my mind works, ADHD is crazy with me. It's just I feel like if I could figure it out within the first like half hour, like cool, I could be doing something else with my like that's what I. But it wasn't. It was very, very, very well produced.
It
Graphically,
was.
audibly, it was good.
I love the audio in
Though
that movie.
you could tell it was made by Apple, but freaking computer was Apple.
Yeah, no, I mean that's just kind of part of what you have to do.
Yeah,
That's the deal. Hey, we'll fund this movie, but I
yeah.
mean that's not a big deal. It's
You guys are doing
probably
CF.
one of the most inaccurate things in a movie full of inaccuracies.
Yeah, you're gonna do CFD on this iMac.
Um, so the Super Bowl happened, and with the Super Bowl, we got the Cadillac F1 reveal. We're not going to quite get into our thoughts on that yet, but this is tangential. With the commercial, how they did it, how they presented it, and everything, Michael Bay, the director Michael Bay, is suing Cadillac for $1.5 million because he's claiming that they took his idea that he had for it and then cut him off. Meanwhile, Cadillac is claiming that they had the idea already, they just wanted him to direct it, so I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
there. The fact that he's only asking for 1.5 million is weird though, and it kind of makes me inclined to believe him, because that's not a lot of money for either Cadillac F1 or Michael Bay to
yeah.
be
From what
mad about.
from what I read, that 1.5 mil to cover his directing. It's
Okay,
nothing.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's nothing like, oh, well, here's my damages and liabilities. No, it's, hey, pay me. That's all he's wanting.
Yeah, I wanna pay my people. Okay,
Yeah,
I can get behind that. You know what? I'm on Michael Bay's side. This is Cadillac's first misstep. Get it
yeah.
together, Cadillac. And also with the Super Bowl, we got a Pokemon commercial from the Pokemon Company. Caught me off guard because I mean it's cool to see that in the Super Bowl. And of course, I'm 28. I grew up playing Pokemon. A lot of people grow up playing Pokemon. We're adults now. It's cool. We still play Pokemon. It's become a part of our culture, just as a society, right? But it still threw me off when I was watching the commercial and you get a Charles Leclerc jump scare of him sitting in Monaco talking about how Arcanine is his favorite Pokemon because he likes his loyalty and his speed,
Um,
which describes him actually. That's why he's still with Ferrari, I guess.
See, I always thought like his favorite Pokemon would have been like Cubone. You know, the one who's always sad and angry.
Oh,
'Cause
and
he's
where's its dead mother on its skull?
yeah, because he's a
Its
Ferrari
head.
driver.
Yeah.
I just figured, he's just driving the dead legacy that is Ferrari. Too grim?
A little too grim. It was really fun to see though,
Yes.
just because I wasn't expecting it. And it's like, oh, Lady Gaga, this person, this person, this person, Charles. It's like, whoa, God, hi,
Yeah.
Charles. Just
It,
out of nowhere, unprompted, it was just Charles.
it's also weird that Arcanine is his favorite. Like, it's not like a big name Pokemon. Like everyone's, I feel like favorite Pokemons are like Pikachu and like, or if you play games, strong one like Gengar, stuff like that. But like just Arcanine's just a random.
Okay, well, I'll get a little nerdy on here. I got super into Pokemon as a teenager.
Yes.
Arcanine is it's a pseudo legendary is what they call it. Like in the very first episode of the Pokemon show, there was this wall that Ash saw. It was full of legendary Pokemon, and you had Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, and then a dog Pokemon that looks suspiciously a lot like Arcanine. And it seemed like that their plans were to make Arcanine like this big grand thing or whatever. It's a weird Pokemon thing. Those just pop up sometimes. So Arcanine has always been like associated in that realm, but not really, but kind of is. So I mean, I guess I kind of see it. Plus, it's a cool fire dog, and he loves his dog.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if there's any wiener dog Pokemon.
No, I don't. Well, Ditto, because he could just mimic it. Well,
That's true. But this got me thinking. Do you have a favorite Pokemon, Lewis? I don't know how
yes.
into it you ever got. Okay, who's your favorite
Oh yeah.
Pokemon?
This is how into it I got. I watched the original season like crazy.
Hmm.
First couple seasons. I actually the first time I remember crying to a TV show was because of Pokemon when Ash had to give up his Charizard so it could get
Oh,
trained.
I thought you were
I
gonna say
bawled.
Butterfree.
No, I bawled my eyes out because I loved Charizard and he had to give him up because he couldn't get trained and he was just misbehaving and he had to leave him. Oh
Hmm.
my goodness, I bawled. And my dad says, but he didn't understand what that loyalty meant. But my favorite Pokemon of all time, honestly, Mewtwo. I love the lore behind Mewtwo. The
Hmm.
Pokemon that was tried to be created, but what like it was a failed project in a weird way. They tried to recreate Mew, create this monster that's like this abomination, but he's like so powerful, and it's every movie he's like, I'm the bad guy. Oh wow, I'm the good guy, and it's like I don't know, I kind of like it.
Mew.
He's
Oh, sorry.
no, you're fine. I was just saying like he just has like this character to him and everything. I love it.
Yeah, not a Pokemon podcast. Mewtwo is a really cool and complex character. I will say character
Yes.
in the Pokemon universe because he was created against his will, and he wasn't trying to like. I mean, what he was doing was bad, but he was trying to find relatability. Is what he was trying to do. He wanted to release the shackles because he saw Pokemon as slaves.
Yeah.
Now that's not what they were, but that's all he knew because he grew up in a world where he was used as a slave. So, I mean, that really shaped him and who Mew was as a being, and it it's It's really cool. It's
Yeah,
cool
it's
how that happened. And I mean, as a kid, that is the deepest. That is some deep crap for a kid. You know,
yes,
like
it is very
Pokemon the
deep.
movie. I have it back on my shelf somewhere over there.
So good.
Listen. You bawled when he had to give up Charizard. I bawled when Ash turned into stone, and then
Oh,
Pikachu and all of his Pokemon went up to him. That's
start crying.
loyalty.
Yes,
That
that is.
is friendship. Oh, I love it so much. No, it is
Now, what about
funny.
you? What's your favorite? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, it's funny that you mention Arcanine feeling like a weird out of left field Pokemon for somebody to like because whenever I tell people my favorite Pokemon, it's always like, why? Swellow,
Hmm,
the normal ass bird Pokemon from Gen 3. And the reason I like that is Pokemon Sapphire was my first Pokemon game ever on the Game Boy. And I still have it somewhere over there. Yeah, there
oh,
it is. I'm looking at it.
jealous.
And uh Tailo was one of the first Pokemon that you catch just when you
Yeah,
first or have the ability to catch Pokemon. And I mean, I like birds. I named it Maverick. It's like, oh, airplanes. Yeah.
yeah.
No idea what it was going to turn into. This was before I was on the internet, but I didn't dig into anything. I took Maverick from all the way from when I first got him on like Route 3 or 4 or whatever, all the way to the Elite Four. And other than Blaziken, he was my strongest Pokemon. And I overleveled him and he just destroyed everything. And because of that, I always make it a point whenever I play a new Pokemon game to always have one bird. If it's a new Pokemon game, I always get the regional bird.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love birds, but it's
Yes.
just Swellow's it's a sick bird. Plus, I love the color palette. That navy blue with like that red, and it looks very sleek and fighter piloty. So yeah, I like Swellow, just a bird. I like the bird.
Look,
Go
my
birds.
my favorite bird Pokemon. Oh, oh,
Ho is cool. My favorite bird Pokemon is always Zapdos. I have a weird affinity for Tangela too. Not sure why. I just do. I think I had a little Burger King toy as a kid. And it was Tangela, and I've always just kind of liked how it looked. It's just a little tentacle guy, vine guy with eyes. It's fun.
yeah. Not a Pokemon podcast.
Not a Pokemon podcast. We are an F1 podcast. And in the world of F1, this last week we got the final 3 car reveals for the 2026 season. McLaren, Cadillac, and Aston. We're going to start with my favorite team, McLaren. My very first reaction to seeing the McLaren F1 car was, damn it, that's boring. And I even said this in a tweet. I chastised Alpine for um I chastised Alpine for just kind of rehashing the same thing they did last season.
Yeah.
McLaren did the exact same thing. That is basically just the car from last season. And I mean, it's whatever. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter or change anything. But it disappoints me because it's new regulations. Why wouldn't you try something fun? Why wouldn't you try something new? Why would you just take the same exact design, maybe add a little bit more orange ahead of the air intake, and then call it a day?
Yeah, it's well, you gotta think of it this way, Nick. Championship winning livery. You got it going. Have the number one now.
Yeah, no, I like the number one, and I like that it's a championship winning livery, but the problem is it's not as iconic as red and white.
Yeah, it's true.
It's such a boring I've basically hated the direction McLaren has gone since they got rid of the blue. I want the blue back into the McLaren. They're doing it in their F1 Academy car. It's papaya and blue and it looks great. I'm bored of the black and orange. It's just bleh. I would honestly take full orange over black and orange. I heard somebody describe it that it just looks like an F3 car, which if you take all the sponsorship off of it, I kind of see what they're saying.
Yeah, I see it now. I didn't
Mhm.
see it before. Yep, I see that. See, as a Red Bull fan and everything, like it's fine to keep the same paint scheme. You don't have to change. I get it. at the same time that like it'd be nice to have something new. Like all this black right here, they could have. It just feels like wasted space.
Hmm.
Like I don't know.
Part of me was hoping that they would lean more into the white. Like orange and white would have been cool. That would have been fun. I didn't super like the orange and white when they did it at during the American stretch of the last part of last season, but that's just because it felt derivative. Because the real best livery, that's what it is. I loved the chrome livery that they used in Silverstone last year, and that was basically just that, but they just replaced all the black with silver or chrome. Why don't they just do that, but the whole time?
Because you have because actually
Yeah.
you have to have so many. You have to have so much black or carbon,
Yeah.
so much paint. Yeah, there's rules and regulations.
Yeah.
The fun
Anyway,
haters.
I mean, I still like McLaren, and it's not the most disappointed I've ever been, but I just wanted something new, something fun.
Yeah, I agree with you. Uh, yeah, I have no really marks on it. It's just you know what? It's like that. The it's all right thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
But is this just their show car, by the way, or did they? Because this has like no slits, nothing on this edge board. I just
Yeah, it must just be the rendering show car.
okay. Yeah.
I didn't get a
Oh,
chance to actually watch any preseason testing, unfortunately, so I couldn't get a better look at the McLaren from all the angles.
all right. Next up,
Next up, Cadillac.
now Nick, do you
Yes.
want to have the people see your reaction to the car first? See the car first.
You know what? Go ahead and play my reaction.
Okay. Here's Nick's reaction.
Oh, I hate it. No! No, it's so boring!
We knew it was gonna be
Oh,
black.
it just looks like a fucking
Becky.
Mercedes. No! It just looks like a Mercedes. You're right. It's just a
Fricking.
Mercedes.
So, okay. I don't so I couldn't hear that on my end.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that went out over.
Yes, I made sure, but it's just the way this works. Sorry.
Okay. No worries. So that was my original because it does look like a Mercedes. Like right away when they showed it, it just looked like a Mercedes, like silver, black, whatever. It was so blah. And that's exactly what I was worried about last week when I talked about the merch. Now, I've had some more time to let it savor, and I do like this more than my initial reaction. First of all, could you zoom in a bit more on the nose, please?
And for you, sir.
Uh, where the Cadillac script is, I think that looks really clean. That
Yes.
looks so good. It blends so well into the overall design of the car. I like that a lot. And my second thing that I have let sink in a lot more, I didn't realize at first that it was inverted on the other side. I thought
Yeah.
they had a black car and a white car, and that was it. I didn't realize it was inverted like that, and that's kind of cool. I'm fine with that. Now, what disappoints me still to this day is that there's no other colors on it. There's no red, there's no blue, there's no yellow. They had prime opportunity, Lewis, and I know it feels like a very specific color choice of mine. Oh, why would they have any of those? Because all of their other cars in all of their other series are red or blue or yellow or sometimes gold.
Yeah. I
There's
I
some
understand.
accents in there.
I understand your frustration with it. My first reaction when I saw it was this looks like the car from the movie.
It does kind of look like the F1 movie car a little bit. I see
Yeah.
it.
The what is it called? Like Apex.
APX,
Yeah.
Apex. But at least with that one, it was black and gold, which looks
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
This is just
Rich
boring.
energy. I
Like
do
the
like
gradient
the
is
chrome.
fine. The gradient's fine. I like that Cadillac. I didn't even notice that at first. Like that Cadillac bar bar style in the
Yeah.
back over by the shark fin. That is cool. Just yellow.
Ah, but
I
it's
just wanted some yellow.
chrome. Look at the chrome.
Mm.
Yes, I agree.
It does look better on track too. I did that thing where I had an expectation and then I hyped myself up because I
Yep.
saw some guy on Twitter make a concept design of what he thinks that a Cadillac car might look like in Formula One, and I got really attached to this thing that didn't exist. But I do still think that that version that this dude created on Twitter is way better than this. I do.
Yeah. I yeah, I like it. I think the thing that really kind of ruins it is the desert. I think the desert does not make this card look good. Like I think if they would have probably did a different, just so dark, and then this is dark, so it doesn't like it blends, so it doesn't
Mhm.
pop as much as I think it does on track. Going to this picture, look at that thing pop because it's everything around it. That thing pops, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there are definitely, as I've let it sink in more since Sunday, there are more parts of it that I do like I said originally. I mean, Mo says it perfectly. It looks good when you zoom in, but from a distance, it just looks average. And that's exactly, I mean, that's what it is, really. Like you're zooming in now in the details, it looks so good, but it doesn't look like anything from the angle we're going to see it from 90% of the time this season.
Yeah, I do like how they implemented the chrome here with their like it's like splotchy.
Yeah, it's got like a ghost paint style to it, which I love
Yes.
ghosting in paint. I think the ghost I got obsessed with it for a little bit. I had this American Chopper game I played a lot on my GameCube as a kid. And when I found out what ghost paint was, I would put ghost flames on all of my bikes. It was always white with white ghost flames. It looked really good. I mean, yeah, I mean overall it's fine. It's not my least favorite livery of the clearly because I like it more than McLaren's
Oh wow!
because
I
it's
thought
still
you. Okay.
well, I mean, no, this is new and shiny. McLaren's I've seen before.
All right, that's how we judge stuff is new, I guess.
And I want to move on to Aston Martin now. That's the final
Okay.
one we got the other day. And this is the lead in that we will use for Lewis's video essay that I will let him just take as much time as he wants to talk about Adrian Newey. But right away, the Aston, the things that I like about it, I like how there is a little more yellow. I think that's in partnership with their Breitling, a sponsorship, the watches. That yellow stripe looks fun. Or fun
It
is
looks
not the
so
right. I keep saying
beautiful.
fun. It looks good. And then if you zoom in on the nose, they have a ghost again, ghosted Union Jack
Oh yeah, I
right
never noticed that.
behind
Yeah.
yeah, right behind the Aston logo, which I think looks incredible. It is and something like this works for Aston because Aston is always one of those, like, from a design perspective, kind of like a subtle sport luxury type of car to me.
Yeah.
I see an Aston Martin like this fits the design philosophy in my head of what I would imagine Aston Martin to be. And that shade of green just looks really good, and that what gloss
Mm,
color?
yes. These like wings I love so much. It reminds me so much of like remember Oregon Ducks, like their
Mhm.
jerseys. I'm a USC fan. Big Pac-12. We would always play them every other year. But like,
RIP.
yes, now our hey, it's still alive. Uh, but it's just like I love these colors work together. Nick, I'm publicly gonna say it. I think I'm an Aston Martin fan.
Oh, Mr. Lance Stroll over here.
Yes, I really like what they're doing with the academy and everything. Jessica Hawkins and everything.
Mhm.
I love the paint scheme. I love the designer. I love like Fernando's a good driver, like a really good driver. Like I making good choices. It's hard not to fall in love with them.
Are you hanging up the V carb hat now? Is that what's
No,
happening?
V Carb's still there. It's just I'm waiting for them to actually be a team, not just a whipping boy. And I'm hoping with Helmut Marko being gone, the whip is gone.
So before we transition to your overall topic, we now know what all the cars look like. What is your tier list, I guess, of the cars?
Oh, the toughie. I don't know. I Red Bull has to be up there. I really like that. Yeah, I would say top three Red Bull. Be one.
Hmm.
I really like this.
Yeah.
Then number three. Hmm. I don't know. I kind of like the Ferrari. It's that simple, that red white. But yeah, one, two, and three for me.
So
That's
one,
about
two,
it.
three for me. Number one with a bullet, without a doubt, is the Mercedes. That is one of the best design cars, like from a paint scheme wise, that I've seen in a very long time. And I told you this a couple weeks ago when we first talked about it. If we were doing our top liveries of all time, all over, I would have that Mercedes. If not in an honorable mention, it would be in my top 5.
Hmm.
I just loved all of the design principles behind that Mercedes. It looked so good. Number 2 for me, it would have to be the Red Bull. The Red Bull does that Ford blue just pairs really,
Yes.
it looks natural. It looks like it belongs there. Like Red Bull, the entire existence of Red Bull was leading up to them finally getting with Ford, and then that partnership was just mm.
Seems so good right now.
3 3 is hard for me because I do like this Aston a lot. I really like
Yes.
this Aston a lot. But at the same time, that Ferrari is also really good too.
Oh, it's
Uh,
tough.
I'm gonna say the Aston over the Ferrari, but it's very close.
There's just something about that highlighter yellow with
Mhm.
this green. It's chef's kiss.
All right, Lewis, you've been waiting weeks to do this, and we were gonna do it last week, but then that stuff came up. But then it made more sense to me anyway to do it this week because
Yes.
then we have the car out, we get more data from it, and all of that. So the floor is yours. Let's talk about Adrian Newey.
Well, first, Nick, that was the Aston Martin show car. Let's look at the Aston Martin real car. Did I? And I had it. No.
Oh,
1 second. Anyways, Aston Martin this year decided to show up to preseason testing at the last second with their car unpainted,
Mhm.
underused, or what? Not underused, but like it was untested, unpainted, just weirdly, it just showed up out of the blue, randomly, and I want you to look at this car, and I want to know what your original first thoughts are when you saw this car.
Okay.
Second, I gotta make sure. There we go. It's now up there. When you saw this car originally, what did you think?
That it was some kind of Adrian Newey devil magic that was gonna end up working somehow.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because not only was this car weird, it had this rear suspension hooked up to the rear wing. Don't
Oh,
understand it. It's devil magic. It is insane. I even sent this to a friend who's an engineer, very smart engineer, and he looked at it and sent me a video back. And I was gonna play it, but he was cursing like every other second because his mind was blown literally. Because he's like, I don't understand this. Like this makes like this is just insane. And all these things circled right now are all these design principles that are insane. Like this underbite, this rear wing that has a spike here. We're bringing back the horns on the air intake. This cutout on the side pod. It is insane work of magic, and this guy is insane. That I'm amazed by this guy so much that I wrote this for you. So,
okay.
GOAT, the greatest of all time, an acronym that has been passed around from athlete to athlete. The acronym is simple. It means greatest of all time. It's simple, catchy. Everyone knows what the person that they're talking about, not only good, but they're great. But it's one thing that's always baffled me. Why is it always given to athletes? Why don't they give it to coaches? Why not engineers? Michael Jordan
Okay.
is often described as the GOAT of the NBA. But what about his coach, Phil Jackson? Michael Jordan won 6 championships. All of them, all those championships, Phil Jackson was the coach. Phil Jackson has a total of 38 championship. Who was a player, 11 as a coach. Those are his rings. That's how many he had. Now, this is F1 podcast. Why am
A
I
lot of
talking
rings.
about? What am I talking about? Goats, Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, and basketball. This is a Formula One podcast, not basketball.
You're right.
Well, good question. Now, when you think of a goat of Formula One, who do you think of? Senna,
Lewis Hamilton. Oh,
Lewis,
yep.
Max, Seb, Michael.
Mhm.
All those guesses, they're wrong.
Oh,
What if I told you there's someone in F1 who's been a part of F1 for 46 years, a designer for 38, and as a designer has only finished outside the top 3 in the constructors championships 7 times.
Well, my first guess was Martin Brundle, but then you added the other parts.
He was also part of 12 constructor championships, 14 driver championships. What if I told you that same person has 2 Indy 500 wins, 2 IndyCar championships, Daytona 24-hour win, 2 IMSA GT championships? That person would surely be the GOAT of F1, if not the GOAT of motorsports. As you can probably guess, I'm talking about Newey. Newey is the greatest mind ever in Formula One, and I will gladly die on this hill. As a designer, he's won all of those championships, which is insane. It baffles me. Now, if you look at the Aston Martin this year, all the little things that seem off, the rear suspension attached to the rear wing, the horns by the airbox, the underbite of the side pod, they seem out of the ordinary. But when they have a reason, Adrian Newey has once said that every little piece of the car has to work with each other. So there's no doubt in my mind that this car will be good, because Adrian has yet to show a badly designed car. He has once said that every little minute detail from the front wing will affect everything in the chain to the rear. So every little thing that you see circled here is something that he has spent time and time again working on. And let I remind you, this man writes his designs out on pen and paper. Pen and paper. Like, this guy is he's insane. He has been one for pushing the boundaries of the car, finding every little bit of downforce he can, even if that means taking the mandatory camera that they have to put on the front and place it inside the front of the nose, so he gets better downforce out of the car. Right there. That was Red Bull.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yes, it's supposed to be on the side like that. Adrian Newey didn't like that, so what he did was skirt around the rules and put it in the nose so it was pointed at the floor. When you looked at that camera, all you saw was like a little bit of the rear wing or the front wing. But he did it just because he is that great of a mind. Or, he takes the exhaust gas, just gas coming from the car, and points it at the diffuser. So he gets extra downforce on the rear of the car. Or, you know how cars set up at a static ride height, and just, you know what? How about we just adjust that throughout the corners? And that's what he did with the 1992 Williams. And that car had traction control. Like, that's another just point. He is this greatest mind in racing, and I just don't think that this car can be wrong. Like, I don't think there's I don't think I have a thought that could be this car is wrong. I trust in his devil magic so much. And to wrap all this up, when you think of a GOAT in Formula One, why is it not Adrian? It should be.
Yeah. No, I mean, you make an extremely great argument. I mean, you have that poster of every F1 champion winning car ever. How many of those were Newey's cars?
Like 14?
Yeah. 14 out of what? 75 years, 76 years in Formula One?
Yeah. Yeah, because
That is an insane percentage.
yeah, Mika Hakkinen, Damon, yeah. It's man is his mind is I don't want to say enigma. It's insane. Like, you can't think of the way he literally sees air, and that is amazing to me.
Rounded up, an Adrian Newey car has won 19% of every race that's ever happened or every year, every championship that's happened in Formula One.
That's insane stat.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a fun stat that his 46 years being a designer for his 38 years, only 7 of them had shots tied the top 3. That is an insane track record, and I think this, just going off of his track record, this Aston has to be good.
Now, a couple questions for you.
Yes.
The first one being, how do you reconcile all of this with their overheating issues today? We'd kind of touched on it earlier, but what do you think is going on there?
I honestly, I think that maybe they just don't have the radiator mounted in the right spot, or the not getting enough airflow through it. Like if the underbite isn't actually working as much as it should be, because normally they have the overbite, so it sucks in more air. I really don't know, and I'm really hoping that it is just them not going full bore, but I doubt it. But I'm
My
trying to.
second question for you. Now, he's not just a designer anymore. He is the team principal
Mhm.
of Aston Martin. Do you think that with his new duties as team principal, he has more or less time to dedicate to making the car perfect? Because he's got a lot on his plate now. How involved do you think he is in this? I'm no, I'm sure he's very involved, but with all the different hats he's wearing, like he can't focus on just the design when he has a billion other things that he has to focus on as well.
Yes. So he was when he was at Williams, he was the chief designer.
Hmm.
When he was at McLaren, he was the technical director. He was at Red Bull, he was the CTO, which is the chief technical officer. And now that he's at Aston Martin, he is the technical director, team principal, and co-owner. It's weird, like his titles. But yes, I think that he's worn so many hats. I feel like, and he has so much respect. I feel like people are going to step up and not, I don't want to say, not let him down in a weird way. Like everyone knows how much his name. So I'm hoping that, like, yes, he'll be involved, but I don't think. I hope that he doesn't lose sight.
Now, without spoiling our predictions that are coming up in a couple of weeks, because we're going to do that we're going to do that on race week. We're going to do our season predictions on race
Hmm.
week. Just yes or no. Do you think that this Aston Martin right now has what it takes to be seriously competitive in the 2026 championship?
Yes.
All right. Lewis, I'm
Yes.
glad that you had the opportunity to do this and talk about Adrian Newey. I know you've been looking forward to this Aston releasing for
Yes.
ever, since we found out that Adrian was gonna be the person who's the TP of Aston, and I'm so glad that this is finally
Thank you.
here, and I'm so
I'm.
glad that you're finally giving up being a V-carb fan for a team that only has upside from here.
Yes.
So,
I mean, Adrian.
congrats to Lance Stroll
Thank you.
superfan Lewis.
uh, can I just be like Fernando Alonso's?
I mean, yeah, you can do that for a couple years, but Lance is just gonna be there forever.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, you know what? It's okay. Adrian Newey's still there.
Well, you might still pretend that you're a V-carb fan. And while we're on that V-carb momentum, it's time for our head-to-head. Now, these are last season stats. If you raced in Formula One last season, you're on here going up against your current teammate. Liam Lawson's teammate in the V-carb is Arvid Lindbald, who famously has not raced in Formula One yet. So, head-to-head, I mean, Liam Lawson last year, incredible. He just completely blows Arvid out of the water in every way, shape, and form. So I get why jokes aside. So these stats right here of Liam Lawson, that Q3 percentage was really interesting to me because I don't remember, like, Liam wasn't an incredible driver, but I think a lot of my thoughts personally of him of the season were kind of based off of the first few races before he got sent down to VCarb, and kind of how he is as a person. Just from what I've seen, he feels a little entitled to me. But when I was going through and doing the research of his Q3 percentage, I noticed, shocking, I know, he did better once he went to VCarb.
Hmm.
He did
Weird.
way better once he went to VCarb. It's like if he got into a car that he could drive, and suddenly he was getting consistent Q3s.
Yeah.
29.1% of 20 of the 24 races isn't nothing. Like,
Yeah.
that's solid. That's a really solid performance. He went down a bit toward the end of the season, but for a window in the middle of the season last year, Liam was pretty solid.
Yeah. Did he ever make a Q3 Red Bull?
No,
Huh.
I don't
Huh.
think so. Not off the top of my head. I don't fully remember. I kind of did
I don't
this
think so either. That's why I was like genuinely asking. Like, I don't remember him doing anything on the Red Bull.
right, other than bad. But
Yeah.
that's not on him. That's not on him. It is genuine. I will defend Liam Lawson on this. I will defend any person that got onto that Red Bull that isn't Max Verstappen. That car was hell to drive. Max
Yeah.
is the only person who could have done it. And of course, Liam's average finish position was 13.2. Again, the categories are wins, podiums, Q3 percentage, and average finish position. I feel like that's just some good chunks to kind of give you an idea of a proper head to head between two drivers. Now, this was kind of a joke, but I couldn't throw Isaac in there because Isaac is going to be, surprise, compared to Max when we get to the Red Bull.
Yeah.
But now we will be moving on to Williams. Now, this one was interesting to me. So, between oh well, I just whoops. So imagine that Carlos is where Alex is and vice versa, but just
They're just looking at each other. Yeah.
yeah, stick with me here. I just have the letters or the names mixed around. So where Albon is just that's supposed to be Saints. That's Saints on the left, Alex on the right. I feel terrible for not proofreading my work. So obviously neither of them got a win last season in the Williams, but Carlos, 2 podiums, which I think shocked everybody. Because that Williams was not supposed to get a podium. Carlos didn't think that Williams was going to get a podium. And that's not like he wasn't crap talking the Williams. Nobody just thought the Williams was there yet. Carlos's Q3 percentage was 50, straight up 50%. Carlos qualified in Q3 in 12 out of 24 races in the 2025 F1 season. And a few of those races where he didn't qualify, thank you. A few of those races where he didn't qualify in Q3, he was like 11th, 12th, 13th. He was up there in a Williams. And Alex, I mean, Alex did a really good job too, 33.3%. When I was going through this, both of them were basically getting Q3s at the same races up until Mexico, and then Carlos just shot up, but that's when Alex started to kind of dip down. And Alex didn't finish the season very strong. But the first half of the season, the first 3 quarters of the season, him and Alex were both doing really well in that Williams. Something happened. James Vowell did something. It's the team culture. It's kind of everything we've been saying up to this point. Williams is due for a comeback, and I think it's going to happen, and it seems like it's going to happen really freaking quick. To wrap this up, average finish position of Carlos was 12.2. Alex actually had a higher average finish at 11.
It's weird. Like,
It is, isn't it?
yeah, because he had podiums and Alex didn't. It's also like this big step up. Remember, Carlos is a liar because he's like, don't expect podiums. We're not going to get podiums.
Uh-huh.
Hold out 2. Like, granted, it's a joke. He's not really. He just undersold.
Right.
But like, that Williams is going to be good.
It really is.
James Vowles is doing such a good job. I'm such a big fan of it. Like, he's taken that team from being the Williams
Mercedes.
Mercedes like jumper team. Like, hey, you just go on here for a couple of years, and then you come over to us. Then he it's brought them to like what they're back to their old glory days. Something I wish could happen to VCarb. Just separate yourself, but it's not gonna happen. But
James Vowles is resurrecting Williams. We are seeing a live. We're seeing a resurrection happening right now. And it is incredible. This is the right driver lineup for it. Again, my thoughts on Alex were kind of painted based off of his end of the season performance, but I was so locked in on what Lando was doing every week between Lando and Oscar, I was ignoring how consistent both of these guys were. They're basically, I mean, look at the numbers. Other than the 2 podiums, they were based off of finish position and where they qualified. They were usually really near each other, and if they weren't near each other, they were far away, but that's because something went wrong. These guys are both, I'm not going to say at the same driving level, but they are both very good drivers, and they fit this team perfectly.
yes, I think is the perfect development with what they have and taking it back from the Claire era. Nothing wrong with Claire. I really good person. I liked her, but I don't think she ran the team very well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's nothing against Claire. It's just Williams was missing something, and James Vowles found whatever that something was, and he
Mm-hmm.
is now. I hope that this momentum of theirs hasn't been squashed because of the new regs, because they caught up really quick. Nice. They caught up really quick with the new regulations, and I just don't want this to. It won't be a full reset if it is a reset, but I don't want this to kind of set them back, I guess. I don't want to wait another. I don't want them to figure something out and then it's new regulations again. I want
Yes.
them to figure it out well before then, so then they're competing.
Especially with the new regulations, like the biggest issue is getting behind the curve. Someone else finds it out before you, and then everybody else develops it, and then you develop it late. I think
Mhm.
that's the biggest issue. That happened a couple generations ago. With the Braun GP with their double diffuser, they had one season. It was amazing, and then
Mhm.
everybody else did the double diffuser. Yeah,
Or
I really
sometimes
good.
sometimes you're Terrell and you develop a six-wheeled car that kind of
Yes.
performs a little bit basically like every other car and it doesn't really do a whole lot,
Yeah.
but it's still kind of good, but not good enough for everybody just to have six wheels.
Yeah. Or you
Terrell
could
is so
end up
weird.
being Mercedes and have a really porpoisey car because you did
Yeah,
not
just
nail.
get rid of the side pods, which they might have actually been ahead of their time.
Yeah, I know.
No side pods, actually.
If they would have got the ground effect working, oh my gosh, that car would have been chef's kiss.
It would have been. All right, Lewis, do you have any other things that you would like to bring up or talk about before we wrap up for the week?
No, I just want to say thank you for letting me get in my Newey word vomit out. Yeah, I literally was watching or not practice, but Bahrain today,
Mhm.
and during that I wrote that whole thing. I just started writing and it just started flowing. I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. I look up, it's like 8 minutes left. I'm like, oh wow.
I'm glad you had the opportunity to. Like I said, I know you've really been looking forward to this car, and I know how much you really love and respect Newey as a designer, which you should. And
Yes.
I think you did a very good job of explaining who he is and why he's so important and integral to the sport, not just Formula One, motorsports. All of the premier motorsports that exist, he has had his finger in that pie, and he's always come away changing the landscape of that sport
Mm-hmm.
forever. He has had some of the biggest butterfly effect in motorsports ever, and he does deserve to be considered the greatest of all time. He is, and I want this Aston to work out just because I want you to be happy. I want you to fully convert to being an Aston Martin fan as of now. That's my new thing that I want. That's a wish list item. And I just like new regulations and I want some really weird stuff to be what makes or breaks things. And I mean, because that's exactly the first year of new regulations is people just throwing a bunch of crap at the wall and seeing what sticks. And it's always fun to see what sticks. Like you see McLaren with something and you're like, "Oh my god, McLaren is doing that thing that Aston first did last season and now everybody else is doing that. This is happening because of this team." Just the very small thing and eventually, I mean, the end of regulations is bittersweet for me because this is the pinnacle of what this design of this car is going to be. They have figured out how to make the perfect car within these constraints that they have. But it's the evolution of getting to that perfect car with these constraints. That is one of the things I love the most about this sport. It's just seeing how everything just molds and smushes
Yes.
together. And then, I mean, sometimes it's really cool. Like, honestly, these last I loved the end of this last regulation. I think it started out rocky and porpoisey, but it really turned into something special. The end of the 2021 regs, I didn't like that much because it just kind of turned into a lot of random body work, just kind of
Ah, I
jutting
love
out
that.
everywhere. Oh, it looks so weird and awkward. But yeah, it's exciting. This is a very exciting time, and the closer
Yes.
we get to it, the more excited that I get to.
And especially like when Adrian, I read that interview you sent me with Adrian Newey.
Mhm,
Uh, his biggest thing is you don't build a car for now, you build it for the like to make it
exactly.
like to You can't just be the fastest now. You got to be fastest the entire time, and I love it. Like you see everyone try something, you'll see it evolve, and oh, I love this sport.
It's a great sport. All right. Well, we'll leave you with that. I've been Nick. That's been Lewis. As always, our theme song was done by Patches. I haven't accredited him in a while. I'm sorry, Patches. I love you. Thank you for the theme song. Next week, we will return and we'll keep talking about preseason testing. I don't think we have anything special planned as far as segments, but we'll vibe it out. Maybe some more news will come down and we can just react to it and have fun and just really buckle down as we get closer to the start of the season. I can't believe it's almost here already.
I
It's
know.
wild.
In 4 hours, the second day of testing.
You're right. 4 hours. So if you don't want to sleep, and if you've connected your Apple to your F1 TV, by the way, reminder, do that. Go ahead and sit down, enjoy, watch day 2 of preseason testing, and just see how fast people can go. Maybe Max can hit 230.
Hey, one can only wish.
All right. Until next week,